the phrase that makes you sound rude without meaning to. Welcome to another episode where we will learn phrases to overcome cultural differences so you feel secure when meeting your Mexican in-laws. Comenzamos! There's a common phrase many foreigners use in Mexico without realizing it sounds impolite. It's not profanity. It's not offensive vocabulary. Yet it completely shifts the energy of every conversation you have. The worst part? Mexicans rarely tell you about it. They just feel it. And you keep using it, wondering why interactions feel slightly off. Cultural alert. Nobody will tell you, but everyone notices. Picture this scenario. You're at your in-laws' house in Mexico. Someone explains something you didn't quite catch. You respond with a word that feels completely natural in English. A single syllable, direct, common. But the room shifts. Not dramatically, just subtly. The warmth dims slightly. You can't quite put your finger on what happened, but something changed. The one-word problem. What you say? ¿Qué? Direct translation of what from English. What they hear, impatient, abrupt, dismissive. Like you're annoyed they even spoke. The reality, grammatically correct, culturally problematic, subtly disrespectful. Why? ¿Qué? Doesn't work in Mexican culture. In Mexico, saying ¿qué? Directly sounds cutting and impatient, even childish. It's the kind of response a frustrated parent might give, or what a teenager says when they're annoyed. The single word carries an unintended edge that makes you seem dismissive of the speaker. This isn't about being overly sensitive. It's about cultural communication norms. In Mexican Spanish, directness without softening phrases can feel aggressive. The same word that's perfectly acceptable in English transforms into something uncomfortable when you cross the border. The solution. ¿Cómo? Perdón? This is the phrase that changes everything. Two words that transform you from accidentally rude to genuinely polite. Let's break it down. ¿Cómo? How? Or pardon? Shows you're engaged and want to understand. Perdón. Sorry or excuse me adds humility and acknowledges the miscommunication. Hear the difference. ¿Qué? Abrupt, impatient, cuts the conversation. ¿Cómo? Perdón? Polite, engaged, invites clarification. Same intention, you didn't understand. Completely different effect. One shuts people down, the other opens the door for them to help you understand. The difference isn't subtle, it's immediately felt by native speakers. Remember to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Por favor? Thinking it sounds more polite than ¿cómo? Perdón? While grammatically correct and technically polite, this phrase creates unexpected distance. It sounds overly formal, like you're speaking to a customer service representative, not a human being in a social context. In Mexican culture, this level of formality in casual conversation can feel cold and transactional. You're essentially putting up a wall when you're trying to build connection. The three-level framework. Too casual. ¿Qué? Sounds rude and impatient. Just right. ¿Cómo? Perdón? Perfect balance of warmth and respect. Too formal. ¿Puede repetir, por favor? Creates unnecessary distance in casual contexts. Think of it like temperature. Too cold, too hot, or just right. ¿Cómo? Perdón? Is the Goldilocks phrase, perfectly calibrated for most everyday Mexican interactions. Your action plan. What to do starting today. Memorize. Say ¿cómo? Perdón? Out loud 5 times right now. Eliminate. Catch yourself before saying que in conversations. Practice. You said every single time you need clarification for 2 weeks. Notice. Watch how people's responses become warmer and more patient with you. Small phrases, big connections. Cultural fluency isn't about perfect grammar or extensive vocabulary. It's about understanding the emotional and social weight of everyday phrases. When you replace que with como, perdón, you're not just changing words, you're showing respect for Mexican communication culture. This single adjustment makes you sound more natural, more respectful, and more genuinely interested in connecting. People will be more patient with your other mistakes because they can tell you're making an effort to communicate in a culturally appropriate way. Remember, language learning isn't just about what you say, it's about how you make people feel when you say it. Start using como, perdón. Don't miss new episodes of Mexican Spanish and culture. Feel comfortable when meeting your Mexican in-laws. Subscribe and like the video.